Malacca is mostly known for its historical landmarks. Tourists come to see the city center, which is full of old and historical sites to photograph and film. Most tourists return to major cities such as Kuala Lumpur or visit other commercially well-known destinations. Because of a lack of time or information about other areas of natural beauty close to or in the suburbs of Malacca, many tourists visiting Malacca do not explore the suburbs or outskirts of the city. I went to Pantai Puteri beach and shot some video clips while driving and on the beach to highlight how good, or bad, it is and whether it is worth the effort to go. Also, if you've been to Malacca but haven't seen the Pantai Puteri beach, you might want to consider viewing this film in its entirety or deciding whether you want to include it in your next Malacca itinerary. Malacca has a lot more to offer than just the famous historical old city core. You may relax with your family by visiting numerous interesting spots near the beach or natural wonders. This beach, Pantai Puteri, is one of Malacca's many attractive sites to visit. Pantai Puteri was once a fishing community where people have fished since the beginning of time. Kampong Pantai Jaing, Kampong Pantai Rombang, and Kampong Pantai Kunda were the original names of this fishing community. When it was gazetted as a tourist site in the state of Malacca, it was given the name Pantai Puteri. It attracts people of all ages as well as families. The beach is peaceful, quiet, pleasant, serene, and lovely. On Sundays and other public holidays, considerable crowds gather here. They either bring their own meals or purchase snacks from nearby food booths, then rest and unwind here for a few hours to distress before returning to their homes or places of residence. Pantai Puteri is not just a beach for the youngster, middle-aged and elderly, it also includes attractions for children. Children can run around on the ground, put their feet in the water, or simply observe camels, horses, and rabbits. Aside from the pure air of the beach, they have other things to do too. Local Malaccans and Malaysian visitors to Malacca make up the majority of those seen on the Pantai Puteri. Foreign visitors are uncommon in this town. As previously stated, the main reason is that either they are unaware of the location or they dedicate extremely limited time to their visit to Malacca, and in that limited time, they do not find time to visit this beach, which is about a half-an-hour drive from the historical city center. The beach is a state-approved tourist destination, therefore it has all of the necessary tourist infrastructure and amenities. Electricity, public restrooms, food kiosks, restaurants, and lodging facilities such as hotels, chalets, and tour boats for individuals interested in boat rides are among these amenities. The beach is roughly 2.5 kilometers long and is located between the Petronas oil refinery, near Songai Odang town, and the Tanjong Kling region. Many villages, village estates, banana, and coconut trees may be found in the surrounding areas. The drive from Malacca to Tanjong Kling, then through the beachfront route of Pantai Puteri beach till you reach the Petronas oil refinery, then to Tangga Batu, and finally to Songai Odang town, will take you through numerous sites with Malaccan or Malaysian countryside and rural appearances and experiences. With tropical Malaysian village surroundings, some spots are stunningly picturesque. The beach itself, which is located on Malaysia's west coast, offers stunning sunset views. School for nearby villages, community centers, health clinics, and police stations are among the basic facilities found on or near the beach. Picnicking, simply lying down on the sand, having meals here, boating tours, fishing, and sailing are some of the recreational activities possible at Pantai Puteri Beach. It would be remiss of me not to mention two competitions that actually take place here. These are the JP Joran competition, which is a fishing derby or competition amongst anglers. Another event hosted at this place is a yachting tournament. If you are just interested in these activities, you should look up their times and schedules because they are not always available. Most of the time, boat cruises may be accessible. During my visit, however, I noticed that all of the boats were parked on the shore and that none of them were in the water. Because of the presence of the Petronas oil refinery, crude oil tankers can also be seen in the Straits of Malacca. There are several mosques in the area, one of which is located on the Tanjong Kling side, where the beach truly begins. Tanjong Kling Mosque is a little further away but not far. The mosque was constructed in 1921. The mosque's minaret was made of sand and an egg-white mixture, and it was built before the mosque, while the tie pillars were made of diamond wood with saws and hand carvings. For anyone interested in Malaysian mosque architecture, this is a must-see structure. If you don't want to go on a day trip but want to spend more time at the beach, there are different accommodation options nearby as well as right on the seashore. Condominiums, hotels, chalets, and wood cottages are among them. Several condominium owners rent out their entire units or individual rooms under the homestay category. Tanjong Samudra Condominium and Hotel Pantai Puteri are both located directly on the beach. However, there are several other locations to stay on the Tanjong Kling coastline, a little further away from Pantai Puteri. Everly Resort also has a nice view of the sea. You can reserve your accommodation on the website travelsandholidays.com for a very reasonable price. On travelsandholidays.com, you can also purchase flight and transportation tickets. A bus bearing the number 14 used to run between Pantai Puteri and Malacca Central Bus Terminal at the time of this video recording. Maidan Selera, Food Court, Pantai Puteri is the bus stop in Pantai Puteri Beach. Hundreds of food stalls can be found along the whole length of the 2.5 kilometer stretch. They sell a variety of Malaysian snacks known as kueh, as well as a variety of other street food, beverages, and desserts. There are a few eateries and food courts on the opposite side of the seaside road. Nasi lemak, lontong, noodles, seafood, chicken, and other meals are among the dining options available. Pantai Puteri Beach also serves Malaysian Chinese cuisine, such as Yong Tau Foo, as well as Thai cuisine, such as Tom Yum. Pantai Puteri restaurants also sell a wide variety of drinks and desserts. Coconut shake and ice kacang are a couple of them. Ice kacang, literally, bean ice, is also known by the abbreviations ABC, which stands for mixed ice. Shaved ice, beans, mango, longan, and jellies are used to make this concoction. Chendol is sold by many sellers. There are various hotel restaurants where you may have a better presented breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Pantai Puteri Beach is a greyish-white sand beach on the shores of the Malacca Straits. Because it is sandwiched between the Malaysian peninsula and the island of Sumatra, this sea is normally quite calm. It gets fairly hot on the beach during the day because it is a tropical beach. Casuarina trees have been planted all along the beach to provide shade for beachgoers and picnickers. Casuarina trees are tall, salt-tolerant Australian pine species that can be planted along the saltish water's edge. These not only add to the beach's aesthetic appeal but also give much-needed shade from the blazing Sunday. Picnickers would be unable to linger on the beach for longer if the trees were not present unless the weather was cloudy. Locals, families, and children that visit the beach typically sit on a piece of cloth or a plastic mat. Children may wish to play while their elders sit and converse. If they are hungry, they just pull out their snacks or food from home, or buy from a nearby food stand, and dine under the casuarina trees. Motorboats are moored on the beach, as may be seen. Maybe that's why none of these boats are in the sea now that it's afternoon and Malacca has recently been released from its pandemic lockdown. Normally, people take boat tours, and there are huts where they can purchase tickets for boat trips. However, these are closed at this time. The fishermen go out in boats late at night or in the evening to fish for squid and other marine critters on quaylongs, the platforms built on stilts in the water. They sell their fresh harvest right on the shore and also supply Malacca restaurants with their bounty. I hope this video gave you an impression of what Pantai Puteri Beach is like. If you missed it during your last visit to Malacca, you may now decide whether it is worth a visit the next time you arrive. Book your hotel, flight, or land transportation tickets at travelsandholidays.com. To get timely updates of our new videos, subscribe to Rambler's Diary channel and toggle the bell button. If you think this video would be of interest to someone, please forward the link to them. Please feel free to ask any questions you may have in the comments area below.